Have you ever read a story so shocking that it caused you to question all of your preconceived notions? Today we're exploring a topic that has sparked intense debates and strong emotions among both fans and critics. Some people think that even adults shouldn't look at Malia and Obama's swimwear photos. Continue reading because every part of this story, from the setting and aesthetics of the photos to the public uproar they have generated, will cause you to reconsider your views on privacy, celebrity, and the boundaries of public image. Being the daughter of a former president, Malia Ann Obama was raised in the public eye and has been the subject of media attention throughout her life. Over the years, she has evolved from a cherished young woman to a confident adult who doesn't hold back when expressing herself. However, a series of bikini photos featuring Malia have recently generated controversy. These images, which some have considered overly revealing, have caused controversy since they seem to go beyond what is frequently considered acceptable, even for adults. While many of her fans applaud her for embracing her body and taking control of her image, some believe the images go too far and send the wrong message about modesty and self-presentation. Malia appears in the aforementioned photos wearing eye-catching swimsuits that highlight her confident and unapologetic attitude. These photos show her posing on a sunny beach, and the camera captures her relaxed yet self-assured facial expressions. Despite being striking and clearly meant to draw attention to her physique, the pictures have sparked debate about what is appropriate for public servants. Critics argue that because of her well-known family history, these photos should be more controlled, while supporters see them as a natural expression of her empowerment and independence. This dispute has generated a contentious internet debate, with some arguing that the pictures are too graphic for someone of her caliber and others seeing them as a bold display of self-assurance. It's important to keep in mind that the controversy is about more than just a picture or a swimsuit. It's about privacy, public opinion, and how society views celebrities. Malia has been under constant scrutiny since she was a small child, and as she has become older, so too have the demands placed upon her. She has the right to express herself as an adult, according to one side of the argument, even if she shares eye-catching bikini photos that highlight her natural attractiveness. Others, however, think that these pictures can harm her public persona, which ought to adhere to certain standards, especially considering her family's past. Malia's bikini photos have received mixed reviews, to put it simply. The social media users have been praising her for her courage, confidence, and lack of regret in their supportive comments. They argue that by promoting body positivity and encouraging others to embrace their uniqueness, Malia is setting an example in these pictures. However, a number of authors have voiced their concerns that the images are overly exposing, arguing that they send a message that is at odds with traditional standards of modesty and humility. These critics fear that these depictions may have a detrimental impact on public opinion and set a precedent that blurs the line between private speech and public decency. Rather than being just a swimsuit issue, many individuals interpret this disagreement as an indication of our society's changing norms. In recent years, there has been a greater emphasis on celebrating individuality and self-expression, especially on social media, where personal branding has become more well-known. Malia's images, which show her willingness to challenge the traditional constraints usually placed on prominent figures, represent this trend. They highlight the tension between the old guard, which values restraint and modesty, and the modern viewpoint, which views freedom of expression as a vital right. This ongoing conversation forces us to think about where to draw the line between empowerment and excess. As you watch this movie, think about how these pictures affect you and society as a whole. The swimsuit photos are a clear sign that Malia is creating her own public identity, one in which she may make her own rules and challenge stereotypes. They are more than just images of a certain period of time. They are a statement of her values and progress. In a culture where every facet of a celebrity's life is examined and discussed, Malia's choice to share these images is a bold declaration of independence. It suggests that she is willing to accept accountability for her story, even if it means facing backlash from people who uphold conventional standards of public morality. The discourse is being improved by the visual cues and body language of the photographs. In several photos, Malia's direct gaze, secure posture, and self-positioning convey a powerful, self-assured attitude. These visual elements provide the impression of a confident individual who doesn't hesitate to take risks. The more muted depictions that have traditionally been associated with her family's public image contrast sharply with this. In today's fast-paced, image-driven society, her style has transcended fashion to embrace change and reinterpret what it means to be a public figure. The uproar surrounding these photographs also highlights a broader cultural struggle. Some people think that everyone should be allowed to express themselves and show themselves however they see fit in the modern society. This viewpoint holds that Malia's bikini photos reflect a broader trend towards diversity and inclusivity and show a healthy and natural growth of personal expression. However, a lot of people still hold on to more traditional beliefs, believing that certain standards ought to be followed, especially when it comes to well-known individuals who have significant family legacies. It is challenging to resolve this dispute, which illustrates the complex dynamics at play in our society today. The controversy surrounding Malia's photos raises concerns about the impact of the media and public opinion in addition to the ongoing crisis. In an era where images can become viral in a matter of seconds, how one image is interpreted can have a big influence. Malia's decision to post these pictures has undoubtedly sparked a conversation about artistic freedom, censorship, and the influence of social media on public opinion. It serves as a warning that everything the photographer does in public might be scrutinized and magnified, sometimes in unexpected ways. As you reflect on this story, consider how it connects to the larger issue of societal norms and individual liberty. Do these images represent a step too far? Or are they merely a harmless display of uniqueness in a culture that still struggles to define appropriate behavior for public figures? This topic is particularly fascinating because there could not be a conclusive answer. It forces us to consider our own biases and the values we hold dear, while simultaneously serving as a reminder that change is unavoidable and sometimes necessary. I'm grateful that you stayed through the entire video. After reading this thorough examination of the controversy surrounding Malia and Obama's swimsuit photos, I hope you have a lot on your mind. Whether you view these images as a celebration of empowerment or as a challenge to the status quo, one thing is certain: they have sparked an important conversation about self-expression, public image, and the shifting norms of decency in our society. How should individual freedom and social expectations be balanced, in your opinion? Please share your thoughts in the space provided for comments below. Your point of view is significant, and I'd like to read what you have to say. Remember that every time we question the status quo, we are one step closer to understanding the complex network of modern culture and the range of voices that shape it. Stay curious, stay engaged, and keep reading the stories that challenge the status quo.